hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot. For this pick a card reading, we are going to be figuring out what is next for you. So if you are new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to center your energy, and focus in on pile number 1 with the Sodalite, pile number 2 with the green Dalmatian Jasper, and pile number 3 with the Tiger's Eye. If more than one pile calls out to you, there may be multiple messages in each pile for you. Once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. Please remember, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you, your life, your situation, and just go ahead and leave the rest behind. Without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on your cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Somehow I mixed up piles 1 and 3, so I will be calling pile 3 group 1, and I'll be calling pile 1 group 3. I did them in a wrong order as well. Even if I refer to you as the wrong group, of course, you know which card you selected for your pile, so just run with it that way. Sorry and big apologies for the mix-up, but the messages are still very profound. Thank you so much, and here we go. Hello, group number 1. You selected the Tiger's Eye crystal. This is going to be letting you know what is next for you. And you have the Dolphin card here. It says Atlantis. Healing wisdom is surfacing. Stop and listen. And of course, because the Tiger's Eye does really resonate with that solar plexus energy center, this is letting you know that tuning in with confidence, with your self-worth, with your courage, this is allowing that healing wisdom, most likely for most of you from past lives, but also from that soul wisdom that you have acquired lifetime after lifetime, that you keep with you when you are unincarnated or not incarnated. But healing wisdom is surfacing, so stop and listen. Listen to your intuition. Trust your gut at this time, because it is definitely on and poppin'. It is leading you in a direction that feels much more stable and secure. We do have some ancient looking ruins back here. So this is even those of you that have been through the ringer, that feel like you've had tower moment after tower moment, dark night of the soul after dark night of the soul. This is letting you know that you have the wisdom, you have the stamina, if you choose to have the courage to move forward, to be able to rebuild your life in a way that actually serves you. All right, let's get some tarot in the mix to see what else is next for group number 1. Ooh, you're getting 3 cards. I only wanted to draw 2, but you know. The Magician. You know, we have room for 4. I might as well grab another one. We have the 10 of Cups. I'm loving this already. We have the Page of Pentacles. And I will probably just grab one more. One more. What's next for group 1? You guys always set a precedent, so we're going to have to do 4 cards instead of 2 for every pile. Okay, and the 4 of Swords. Okay, this makes total sense. There's that healing message coming through again, and we cannot see that. Let me pull those down to reality here so we can see everything going on. So what's next is you are manifesting more emotional fulfillment, deeper connections, happier family life, happier home life, especially those that have been dealing and struggling with things around the home or with the connections with the people that live in the home with you. You are balancing these out. Although this is coming after a time of rest, there is a new opportunity coming in as well. But as this healing wisdom is surfacing, you are knowing that it's time to take a breather, take a break, take a rest. Give yourself that time to really figure out what it is you want in your life, to create that emotional stability for yourself. I mean, every human on the planet has some sort of emotional trauma from the past. If not in this life, definitely from a past life. But you are taking this trauma from the past and alchemizing it with this Magician energy here into something that's actually going to serve you, or serve as kind of the foundation or the fertilizer from which you're planting these future events. This could be a new job opportunity for some of you. This looks like maybe a new creative project that you are actually breaking ground on, or solidifying some goals, starting to take action on. Although that being said, with what is next for you, there is an opportunity. This is going to be with the Magician here. This is all energy that's coming forward for you to be able to utilize. But if you don't take the action, you won't gain what it is you're trying to gain. So action is very important in your pile group 1, not just getting these ideas, but actually grounding them and solidifying them and then taking action on them is going to be key for what's coming next for you. All right, let's get one from this deck and make sure I'm shuffling it upright. What is next for group number 1? Okay, so we have here, deliver your greatest gift to the world. And I'm loving this so much with this Magician, the Page of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, all this healing wisdom coming forward. And it's almost like this is coming from the depths of your soul, or the depths of, past experience from, past in this life, past life. But there is yet another new beginning. So there's new beginnings abound in your reading. You have the 1 with the Magician, new beginning. 10 of Cups, new beginning. The 10 here, new beginning. Page of Pentacles, new beginning. 4 of Swords, not so much a new beginning, but knowing how to temper and balance when you need to rest, when you need to heal, with when you are taking these actions. But this opportunity coming in is going to be an opportunity for you to really start to deliver your greatest gift to the world. And it's going to be different for each of you. For some of you, this might be a passion project, a creative project. For others of you, this could be an emotional connection, a soul family member you're meeting, and the spark of the two of you meeting is creating an energetic ripple effect. For others of you, this could be starting your own business, or just making a major difference in the job that you are in. It's going to be very different for each of you, but because it's a gift, I don't want to unpack or unwrap it so much that you know what's coming. I want to leave an element of mystery or surprise for you guys, group 1, to know that you are tuning in to part of your soul mission, something you are meant to do. This is going to be the greatest gift you're delivering to this world in this lifetime. So make the best of it. So let's see what else is coming next for group 1. I really do see, though, with this energy of coming in next, is you really embodying or stepping up to the plate to becoming your greatest version. And again, that's going to look different for each of you as to what this greatest version looks like. For some of you, this might just be living a very simple life and, living very clean, living off the land, having some children and some pets, and just making a beautiful home for yourselves. For others of you, this might be starting a nonprofit. For others of you, this is creative endeavors. For others of you, this is, it's gonna look so different for each of you. So just whatever it is, the dream that's on your heart, that is what we're really tuning into. And what's coming next for you is an opportunity to really present this to the world. So it is so powerful. We also have here, get out of your head. I love this. And I'm kind of reminded of the example of, the simplicity of life, or living a simple life. I just saw someone in that example I just gave about somebody having like a homestead, having their own garden, having chickens and maybe other animals. And this chicken is right on top of this person's head. And to me, this is like, going back to that message of courage, we call someone a chicken when they are being not very brave, right? I'm not calling you a chicken. No, that's not where we're going with this. But your head is making you feel like you're a chicken. Instead of feeling not very brave, you're tuning more into that solar plexus energy to really allow yourself to gain the courage and momentum to get out of your head, get down into your heart and your gut instinct about what is your next step. But getting out of your head is going to be key. And I think that's where this 4 of Swords, this rest, she's even pointing that 4th sword directly at her crown chakra or her head. Right exactly where this chicken from a different deck is standing on this skeleton's head. So yes, it's going to be key. You're going to have to set some very clear intentions and be very conscious of where your attention is going, where your thoughts are spiraling, and really get intentional with where you're putting your attention and where that energy is flowing. We also have Master Manifester. Yes, Magician vibes. So some of you might be even seeing some spiritual symbolism of spiders, spider webs. It's very interesting because the other night in a dream I had, normally it would be a scary dream, but because I'm setting very clear intentions not to go to the dumpster fire that I call the astral realm. Well, everyone calls it the astral realm, but I call it more of a dumpster fire. It's in like free fall or collapse right now, so I just choose not to go to the astral realm when I go to bed, and I instead connect to the original source creator or God, or wherever our souls originate from, or anything higher than what we would, I guess, consider the 5th dimension. I just set my intention to go up rather than down or out, to go in. But I had a dream about a spider, and my sister had thrown this big, like, spider, like, funnel web at me, and I knew in my head there was, like, a spider in it. I didn't see a spider didn't crawl on me or anything, but I knew there was a spider within that web, and it kind of got, like, caught up in my, like, eyelashes, and I pulled it off, and I was kind of mad at my sister for a second. But then, within the dream, I'm realizing there's symbolism here. You know, spiders represent creativity, and my sister literally threw it in my face, like, hey, get to it. Get back to your creativity. And it's very interesting because I took the message as, you know, my sister and I were in very steep competition growing up, you know. We'd try to one-up each other. I think it was more of a subconscious thing than something we purposely tried to do, really. But I really took the symbolism of, get back to your craft, Amanda. It's time. Let's do this thing. So I'm giving you that message. Whatever it is that you're being forced to look at that is something creative, and even if you're not, quote-unquote, an artist or consider yourself a creative person, as humans, we are all creator beings. So please do whatever it is, creating the life, creating a business, creating a child, creating a beautiful home, whatever that looks like for you. However you're creating, or if you are having some sort of self-creative expression or creative project. Can I say creative one more time? How about one more time? Creative. It's time to get creative even in your problem solving or your solutions that are coming to you. All right, let's also get a couple story cubes. And I think I want 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to separate them out nicely here. So we have a thought bubble, or speech bubble, I should say. The thoughts more have the ... dots. So instead of thinking things, you're starting to say things out loud. But the moon also does represent the mind. It also represents our emotions, our intuition, our mother, our home, you know, 4th house energy. Very interesting. We also have a little guy with a gift here. I'm actually maybe going to try to zoom in on this a bit because you guys can't see what's going on. There, that's a little bit better. Sorry about the camera shake here. But we've got 2 people like in like the midst of sibling rivalry, kind of going back to my dream about us one-upping each other. We weren't so much one-upping each other in the dream. I just kind of analyzing the dream within the dream, and then after I woke up, sibling rivalry. So if you're in any kind of quiet or outright loud competition with anyone that is not yourself, this is asking you to bring that competition back to center. Competition with yourself and not those outside of you. But also this is you offering that gift, delivering your gift to the world, which I just love how this all lines out. It's so beautiful. But it's going to take time because I'm seeing the clock on this side of this little story cube. So yeah, it's going to take time. It's going to take patience. And the Page of Pentacles is followed by the Knight of Pentacles, which is very patient, very calculated with their plan. They know it's going to, take a time to get things rolling, but they're in it for the long haul. They are playing the long game. So your best bet or your best path to follow on your next step is to know that it's going to take maybe more time than you're thinking it's going to take off the top of your head. Give yourself almost double the amount of time you think it's going to take to accomplish any dream or goal or desire, because usually that's more accurate of a time frame than us thinking, oh yeah, I'll be able to get that done in 2 hours. It's usually closer to 4. So yeah, that is your message, group number 1. I hope it resonated. Please feel free to let me know below what you thought, any stories you want to share. And at the time of my filming this, we still have not yet hit 1,000 subscribers. We are very slowly inching our way there. So please feel free to enter the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. If I have not reached 1K on this channel at the time of your watching, feel free to drop a comment. It could be any comment relevant to this reading or talking about the giveaway. That's fine too. And I'm going to be taking comments from every single one of my pick-a-cards, not including my daily message videos, but my pick-a-card readings, to select 3 winners to win a free 10-minute private reading with me. So if you'd like to enter to win that giveaway, feel free to leave a comment on any of my pick-a-card readings. As many comments as you want, but please just don't spam and make them relevant to the video for them to count. Thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you, Group 1, back here at Harmony Portal Tarot. Alright, you guys, bye! Hello, group number 2, or those of you that selected the green Dalmatian Jasper. This is going to be your message about what's next in your life. You also selected here the back card. It says, listen up. You are working through deep soul patterns. Release any outdated beliefs that surface. So any outdated beliefs that surface, it's time to let them go. Especially if you keep ruminating on something. It usually, especially if it is feeling unworthy, feeling some sort of lack, almost always these are false or limiting beliefs. And of course, the fact that they keep coming up on loop is pointing out or letting you know that, hey, there's something that needs to be looked at, addressed, and healed here. So to me, this really does feel like you are even healing things having to do with your heart, maybe physically for some of you, but more metaphorically for others of you, letting go of, deep soul patterns and releasing any outdated beliefs that surface about you feeling lovable or worthy or deserving of love. Or it's very interesting. I'm seeing the fact that my name, Amanda, means deserving of God's love. So looking up what your name means, or if you already know what your name means, just really examining, maybe even journaling about what your name means, or a name that you wished was your name instead of your name and what that means, could really benefit you in knowing how you can dig even deeper and to release any outdated beliefs that are ready to surface at this time about your worthiness or about you being able to love or be loved the way you know on a deeper level you deserve to be. All right, so let's see what else is next for group 2. And we accidentally drew 3 cards and then we just went for it and did another 4th card for group 1. So we're going to pull 4 tarot. For what's next for you, ooh, look at that. We have the Strength card. Ooh, 9 of Swords and the Strength card. And we'll kind of reposition these here momentarily. Make sure everything's on the board. What else does group 2 need to know? This one wants to come out. What's next for group 2? Oh my gosh, you guys are really doing it. You got 5 cards. So we're going to have to do this. So we've got the Knight of Cups as well. Just so we have room for everything. The 8 of Wands and the 2 of Swords. So yes, 9 of Swords. I can see where you may be feeling just unworthy or in your head about something. These limiting beliefs, these lack mentalities about your life, they are very close to the surface, meaning they are in your thought process. They are in your awareness right now. And that is actually really good news, because when they are close to the surface, you don't have to dig so deep to find these things. They are right there. You can start to release them or let them go much easier than something that is long buried or something you have no conscious awareness of. With the Strength card here, this is letting us know that you, on your next, what is next for you is that you're going to have the strength, the determination, and the willpower coming in from your higher self, or as I better like to call it, the inner self, because it feels more integrated and more a part of you, or you a part of it, than the term higher self. So to me, this feels like your inner self, that inner sense or source of strength is really coming into play to really help navigate and let go of these toxic thoughts, these toxic loops, these habits. For some of you, this could be bad habits you are finally once and for all ready to be finished with. It's going to be a process. It usually takes a bit of time, but the fact we have the 8 of Wands in your reading is letting you know that it actually isn't going to take as long as you're thinking. There just might be multiple things you're working through. One of them is going through very quickly. Another thing is going to take a little more time. Your message is more about healing, overcoming mental processes, tuning into your heart center. So this is more of an internal, what's next for you, rather than a whole bunch of external stuff. But with this Knight of Cups, you're feeling more emotionally tuned in or connected to the world around you, to your own inner self, to the people you love, to the people you are, having any kind of relationship or acquaintanceship with. You're just feeling more in tune or wanting to be more in tune with these people around you. But at the same time, with all of these limiting beliefs surfacing, there might be a sense or a source of bit of confusion for you. But the fact these two came out together with the Knight of Cups, it's like you're feeling your way through any confusion and being able to shift it into a better perspective or a higher, more purposeful perspective, because at the heart of the 8 of Wands, it is about tuning into your purpose or your mission in life. So any confusion you have, feeling into your emotions is really going to help you navigate those emotional or mental waters. And before you know it, you're tuned into your purpose. Okay. So let's get another card. Anything else Group 2 needs to know about what's next for them? What is next for Group 2? Here we go. We have Soul Giraffe here, and I'm actually going to get the book to read this one for you guys. So we have here Soul Giraffe. So attributes, vision. Yes, we've got the blinded person here, and even the third eye looks blind, and there was a band in the 90s called Third Eye Blind. Maybe there's a song by them that means something to someone listening in. But the attributes here are vision, grace, higher vantage, seeing obstacles. And we had kind of tuned in that any confusion, you're going to feel into your emotions and be able to see that higher perspective. So this is right on par with what we were already getting in your reading. But also says, Soul Giraffe is here to help you with your grander vision, to allow you to see higher and farther, which makes sense. Yes, that long neck of the Soul Giraffe gives you an elevated view of what's on the horizon, as well as another vantage point of the big picture. We're also reminded that perhaps we cannot label something as good or bad, right or wrong, unless we can see the full picture. The giraffe gracefully glides along the path, spotting what others cannot. And then potential questions to ask yourself with this archetype is, if I could see higher and farther, what would I see? What is on the horizon for this situation? Instead of the low-hanging fruit, what if I went for the lofty fruit? Ooh, I love that. What might be within my grasp if I went higher in my thinking or viewpoint? And the last question is, what danger is ahead that I haven't seen yet? And this is basically kind of a precognitive card, or really getting visions, downloads, dreams about potential pitfalls, about, exciting and good things coming, and, not labeling something a problem or something good, something negative, but just kind of seeing, that higher perspective like the giraffe has, that not everything is completely black, completely white. There's a lot of gray area, and we can't label something 100% good or 100% bad, because usually it's a mix. So let's get some additional guidance for group 2. What else is next for them? But you're going to be able, this letting you know, you're going to be able to either just intuitively with your gut instinct, by feeling in with your heart, know what is the best path for you up ahead. All right, what else is next for group 2? There we go. So we have here, face your fear. So there's where that strength, that courage to take the next step comes in, and overcoming any of those, negative thoughts or toxicities in your life, or limiting beliefs or bad habits. Sometimes it's difficult to face those fears, but you have the key to unlock anything you need that is standing in your way. And we all have almost there, and that really does go in alignment with that 8 of Wands energy of keep going. Things will shift very quickly once you clear this confusion by feeling into your emotional state. You're going to be able to figure that out. We also have the numbers 38, 3 plus 8 equals 11, which is a master number. And then we have the number 44, another master number. You're almost there to building at least the foundational aspect of where you're going next. And then with the 11, you're not going to have to do it alone. You've got the support of, spirit. You've got the support of your friends, your family, maybe even people at work if this is a work thing you're working through. But let's also go ahead and get a couple of story cubes. Okay. And what do we have here? We have a guy kind of looking around the corner, and it appears to me almost like he's got binoculars on. I'm going to actually zoom in so we can see really what's going on, as much as my camera will allow me anyway. We're zooming on in. Okay, we also have the lock. Well, you got the key, so there's your lock. You're going to be able to unlock any blockages, any obstacles that are standing in your way from being able to overcome these obstacles, these limiting beliefs, these fears. We also have a spyglass, kind of like a telescope or a binocular, which I kind of thought he had binoculars looking through here. But at the very least, he's got something up to his eyes to be able to see better. You're kind of blind, third eye blind and regular blind in this card, but again, you're getting that higher perspective and seeing everything with the giraffe. So we also have a letter here. It looks like a mail, an envelope, some sort of news you might be waiting on, or you're looking forward to some good news coming in way of mail, email, outside communication coming in. For someone, that actually is hearing from someone who ghosted you. Could be a friend or a romantic interest, someone, a job opportunity, quite possibly for someone. But you paying very close attention, like we were talking about with the soul giraffe here. This is going to be the key that unlocks the wisdom that you need for that long-term goal. Many of you watching groups 1 and 2 so far have some sort of long-term goal. And it doesn't mean you're completely self-realized and almost there for the end-all be-all of this goal, but we will leave it there. I think we've said everything we need to say. Group number 2, please feel free to let me know below what you thought, any stories you want to share. And at the time of my filming this, we still have not yet hit 1,000 subscribers. We are very slowly inching our way there. So please feel free to enter the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. If I have not reached 1K on this channel at the time of your watching, feel free to drop a comment. It could be any comment relevant to this reading or talking about the giveaway. That's fine too. And I'm going to be taking comments from every single one of my pick-a-cards, not including my daily message videos, but my pick-a-card readings, to select 3 winners to win a free 10-minute private reading with me. So if you'd like to enter to win that giveaway, feel free to leave a comment on any of my pick-a-card readings. As many comments as you want, but please just don't spam and make them relevant to the video for them to count. Thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and your donations. They have been what has been keeping my unmonetized channel going to this point. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot. All right, you guys, bye. Somehow I mixed up piles 1 and 3, so I will be calling pile 3 group 1, and I'll be calling pile 1 group 3. I did them in a wrong order as well. Even if I refer to you as the wrong group, of course, you know which card you selected for your pile, so just run with it that way. Sorry and big apologies for the mix-up, but the messages are still very profound. Thank you so much, and here we go. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading about what is next. You selected the Sodalite, which is a very throat chakra resonating stone, and they also call it the Poet's Stone. So there might be an underlying theme of, self-expression coming through or speaking your truth coming through in your reading. But with the Ladybird, or as we call it here in the US, the Ladybug, you have the Luck card, which is amazing. All of your manifesting positive thoughts and visualizations have been heard. And this is you really tuning into your inner self, formerly known on my channel as the higher self. I now call it the inner self because to me it feels more within you than a higher self, which sometimes just the term higher self feels like it's above you or outside of you in some way, when in reality we are within our higher self or our inner self rather than the other way around. This is you really tuning in to your own intuition, your own soul, your own inner self to know what is best for you, what is next for you on your journey in life. So let's see what else is next. For group number 3, what is next for group 3? All right, that one, this one, and this one. One more for group 3. Anything else that needs to come through? This one. Okay, so we have here the 5 of Cups, the Emperor. Love to see the Emperor making an appearance. We also have the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Swords, which this came out in group 2. So if you're here from group 2, hello. If you're not here from group 2, there might be an additional message in group 2. It's a very deep dive into what was going on for them. But yes, the 5 of Cups. So many of you, for selecting group 3, you may have been feeling down on your luck or like nothing's going right. It's dark night of the soul after dark night of the soul. Even those of you that feel like life has been pretty okay, there hasn't been a lot of a really good amazingness going on, but that is about to change because what's next for you is I see you overcoming a lot of limiting beliefs, a lot of just not feeling worthy, not feeling good enough, not just to speak your truth, but the fact that you don't really even know what to say, or when you go to say it, it just feels stifled or blocked, or no one's gonna listen anyway, what good am I? Some sort of lack mentality or limiting belief holding you back from being able to freely speak and stand in your own power, your own sovereignty, and your own authority to speak into, I almost said resistance, but speak into reality, what it is that you want to experience. So the word resistance might be what's kind of keeping things at bay for you, but that's about to shift and change. The fact that we've got luck, all your manifesting positive thoughts and visualizations have been heard. Maybe those of you that have been feeling like, it's more bad luck after the next, negative thoughts, not being able to even picture a beautiful future for yourself because nothing ever goes right. Again, the Five of Cups is about shifting perspective to what you've lost or, what's not going right, to the Two of Cups that are still upright, of what the possibilities, what the potentials, the positives, the soul connections can be in your life. So shifting from that more victim mindset or victim mentality, which that is what the Eight of Swords completely embodies. But this combination here is really difficult, especially with the Two of Swords of confusion. You got one birdie on your shoulder that's telling you good things, another that's telling you not so good things, and then basically the lower octave of the devil here, and just feeling in that victim mode. But the fact that you have the Emperor coming in to say, nah, we're not doing this anymore, you guys, let's not do this anymore, is so powerful because, your main card is letting you know that you're manifesting, your positive thoughts and your visualizations have been heard, and now luck is turning. This is like the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is finally turning in your favor. But to help it along even quicker, start shifting out of the blame game or the victim mentality and start taking, it's maybe not for some of you the things that have happened your fault. Absolutely, they're not your fault a lot of times, but it is your responsibility to heal from, outside circumstances or traumas or wounds that have been bestowed upon you or that have happened to you. And sometimes it can feel very unfair that you now have to do all this work and do all this healing because someone else did X, Y, or Z to you in the past or in a past life. But you taking responsibility is you claiming your sovereignty over your life. And it is lifting you right up out of that victimhood or that victim mentality. Okay, so those of you that have been stuck and stagnant for a while, what's next for you? Things are shifting. You're going to see things from a more, it's almost like the sun coming out after a big, terrible storm. And yeah, the sun does illuminate all the things that need fixed, but at least now you can see them. It's not a whirlwind of wind and, rain and branches flying by. It's very clear cut and concise as to what needs helped, what needs worked, what needs fixed, what needs scrapped, and etc., etc., etc. But let's see what else is next for group 3. I don't know, is that the first or second time I've called you group 2? If so, if it's the first, yeah, there might be a message over there for you. This one flew all the way over to where I had group 2 sitting, and we've got the universe card here. And it's like you are a fractal of the universe, of God, of source, of the creator, whatever you want to call that energy. Okay, so we have here the universe. So it says the attributes are all, oneness, source, divine, destiny, evolutionary love, and laughter. So sometimes laughter really is the best medicine to getting you out of this negative mindset. So we have here, the universe is designed to evolve all life through love, light, and a lot of laughter. The universe is the source of all, the fullness of everything out of the seeming null of nothing. The universe is all-knowing, but with an elevated view. Trust there is perfect order within anything and everything you are experiencing from this limited perspective. Yeah, you can't see everything or the reasons behind everything that is happening to you, or as I like to say, for you. But the universe has a hilarious sense of humor to make sure you don't take life too seriously, because it's only life after all. And then these can be some questions you journal or just kind of ruminate on if you choose. Potential questions to ask this archetype. What is my role to play in the greater story unfolding? What is the great cosmic joke? How can I connect more deeply with you, the universe? What can you share about this situation from a higher elevation? How can I volunteer to be in alignment with the coming evolutionary shift? Which, is taking place for all of Earth's beings at this time. We are all leveling up in consciousness, and those that choose not to are going to go play somewhere else. But let's see, for those of you watching, which I think most of you are on that path to really elevating your consciousness, or as I like to say, your consciousness is elevating you. All right, what else do we need to know? What is next for group 3? This one wants to come out. And one more. Ooh, that one wants to also come out. Yeah, see, it's a great cosmic joke. The universe is literally playing with us right now. Yes, we've got to let this ish go. Let go and bury it. We also have the number 17, which might be relevant, but 1 plus 7 is 8, which is about taking action toward actively, consciously activating and taking this like front row seat or this sovereign position in our lives to take action, to let go, to release, to respond to life in such a way that we are now in the driver's seat, or as in the driver's seat, kind of co-collaborating there with the universe, because we're not the only thing moving our lives forward. We are co-creating with the universe and others in our lives. And then we have here attract through glow. So as you shift your perspective, as you really start to examine your limiting beliefs and replacing those limiting beliefs with more true beliefs that are more in alignment with your sovereignty, that's how you're going to attract any goal, any wish, any relationship, any desire you have. It's going to attract through what you still have to heal. You're going to attract something at that same level to, again, help you level up. And very soon I do have a how you're leveling up pick a card reading coming to the channel. I have yet to film it at the time of my filming this, but probably by the time you're watching it, it will be filmed and ready to go in my queue. All right, let's also get a couple of story cubes in the mix. Okay, I want 4. Ooh, so we have here, it's a guy wearing headphones, but it kind of landed kind of like this, and to me it looked like a crystal ball. But it's very interesting. We've got 3 little, I don't know, I guess they're indicating sound. And let me zoom in because you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. You can't even see it. There, that's a little bit better. Okay, so 3 little lines to indicate there's sound coming here and sound here. I'm really reading that as the 6 of Wands. There's victory. So some of you might even be listening to some sort of subliminal messages or affirmations to help overcome or trick the system of the subconscious mind that might be keeping you in these lack mentalities or limiting beliefs. To help you overcome this frustrated energy, because we've got an angry looking face, or at least very frustrated looking face here. So listening to positive affirmations or even creating your own. And subliminals, for those that don't know what subliminals are, they usually are set to nature sounds or some sort of binaural beats, but be careful. Just use your own intuition and feel in, because not all the subliminals out there are for your highest good. And subliminals are really in everything. They are literally in the words we use to speak. They are, why do you think they call it spelling? But you can create your own subliminals, and subliminals are just, voice, basically saying affirmations out loud, but the volume is turned way down so you can't hear them on a conscious level, but your subconscious can pick them up because they are in the awareness, and your conscious mind is more focused on the nature sounds or binaural beats or whatever the main soundtrack is. And then those affirmations are turned way down low that you can't physically hear them with your ears, or if you can hear them, it's very hard to make out what's being said because the volume is so low on that. But very highly recommend subliminals. You're better off really tuning into your intuition to make sure the subliminals you're listening to are for your highest good. We also have this kind of giant looking guy looking down on this little guy. I'm really reading this as your inner child and the person you are right now. And it's very interesting. We got a beaker kind of pouring out, but I'm really reading this as glass half full, glass half empty. Where do you sit? Because, going back to the example of the 3 spilled cups and then the 2 that are still upright, shifting your perspective to glass half full rather than glass half empty, where maybe some of you have been in that more pessimistic or just kind of victimhood of feeling that life is happening to you rather than for you. You're shifting it, you're changing it, and this is starting to spill out. And here she is spilling this out herself. So spilling out any beliefs that aren't, in your highest alignment, that are kind of clouding in the good that you're pouring in. So as you pour out more of these limiting beliefs, lack mentalities, victimhoods, just healing from things that you've had going on physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually in your life, you're going to be able to pour those out and replace them with something that is more healthy for you. And it will help you heal your inner child. But I'm also seeing here that the more adult version, it's like the inner child is yelling at the adult and the adult looks a little confused. So maybe your inner child has been acting out just a bit and it's confusing you, and there's confusion here. So this makes a lot of sense. You're confused as to why you feel so down, why you feel so dejected, why you feel so held back. But really examining, really tuning into that inner child, and that angry face might even be relevant to the inner child that's angry within you, and just allowing that anger to come to the surface and really shine that light, or at the very least be in observation mode if you don't know how to exactly judge what's going on with the inner child. Just you know, even saying out loud or in your subliminals that you're creating for yourself or affirmations, saying, okay, inner child, I'm listening. What is it you're trying to tell me? What is it I need to know? And as you ask this day in, day out, even if you don't hear an answer right away, eventually you will hear that answer. Even if it's just on a subconscious level, you'll start to hear the answer and start to shift your perspective and start to listen to whatever it is the inner child needs you to hear. So that is your message, group 3. It was kind of covering all across the board, the inner and the outer, the internal, the external, whereas group 1 was more external, group 2 was more internal. But those of you that watch all 3 piles, thank you so much for that, and I hope you did get something out of it. It's almost like each reading was kind of an extended in and of itself for the other readings. Very cool how that can be. But please let me know below how you felt about your reading, what you thought, any stories you want to share. And at the time of my filming this, we still have not yet hit 1,000 subscribers. We are very slowly inching our way there. So please feel free to enter the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. If I have not reached 1K on this channel at the time of your watching, feel free to drop a comment. It could be any comment relevant to this reading or talking about the giveaway. That's fine too. And I'm going to be taking comments from every single one of my pick-a-cards, not including my daily message videos, but my pick-a-card readings, to select 3 winners to win a free 10-minute private reading with me. So if you'd like to enter to win that giveaway, feel free to leave a comment on any of my pick-a-card readings. As many comments as you want, but please just don't spam and make them relevant to the video for them to count. Thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and your donations. Those of you who have been sending donations to my unmonetized channel, you are so greatly appreciated. That has been what's been keeping this channel barely going. So thank you so much. And thank you for stopping by. And I hope to see you next time here at Harmony Portal Tarot. All right, you guys. Bye.